What is up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we have the Men's Elite World Championships road race. Really looking forward to this one. We will see who will wear the rainbow bands across the next season. Of course, Alejandro Valverde won the rainbow bands last season, beating Bardet and Michael Woods in Innsbruck, Austria. I don't think he will win it this year though. So let's take a look at the race. But first, one massive thank you to F-Cross, who has put together this amazing World Championship start list database. So we have all the real riders and real teams. So you can include all the teams with just one or two riders as well, which you can't do in the kind of normal database. So a massive thank you to him. And taking a very quick look at the parcours, we're going from Leeds to Harrogate in Yorkshire. The first 200k are pretty much kind of undulating, a few small hills which are quite steep, but shouldn't do too much damage. Then we come into the final finishing circuit in Harrogate, and it's quite hilly there, so it will really suit a punchy sprinter today. So I've sorted the teams by ranking, and you can see Belgium bring the strongest team. They have Gilbert, Lampert, Van Avermaet, Naarsen, Remco Evenepoel, Dylan Teuns, Tim Wellens and Tim de Klerk. What a team for Belgium. The Netherlands bring Van der Poel, who is the pre-race favourite. I think he will probably win tomorrow in Yorkshire. They also have Terpstra, Mollema, Teunissen, Langeveld, even Van Baarle, so a good team for them as well. Denmark bring a nice, very strong team with Fuglsang and Asgreen. And then we have France, Julian Alaphilippe, one of the stars of this season. And to be honest, he's going a little bit under the radar in this race. I'm not sure if he's prepared enough to win it before the race. We'll see. But of course, he is very dangerous. Good team for them with Seneschal as well, Cavagna and Laporte. Germany bring Nils Pollitt and Ackermann, with John Degenkolb as well. And then we have Slovenia in this lovely looking jersey. Primoz Roglic, the winner of the Vuelta just a few weeks ago. Also they have Pogačar and Mohoric, very dangerous team there. Australia bring Rowan Dennis. He of course just won the time trial for the second year in a row. Michael Matthews though is their team leader. The parcours will definitely suit him. Moving on now to Italy, we have Bettiol, of course the winner of the Tour of Flanders. We also have Matteo Trentin, who I think will be their team leader. He's very dangerous. They also have Ulissi, Colbrelli, Moscon, Cimolai, Visconti. Nice team for Italy, it must be said. Then moving on to Spain, we have Alejandro Valverde, 39 years old now he is in real life. I don't think he'll be able to retain those rainbow bands as I already mentioned. And then moving on to Team GB, you can see they've got Geraint Thomas, Adam Yates as well. I think their team leader is Ben Swift though. He's a decent punchy sprinter, so the parcours really suit him. Then moving on for Team Ireland, we have Sam Bennett, who's been riding so well as of late. Colombia have Quintana, Hodge as well. Norway bring Alexander Kristoff, who absolutely loves a 300-kilometer race. The longer the better for the big Norwegian. Moving on, we have Bob Jungels for Luxembourg. Stibar is very dangerous for the Czech Republic. Switzerland have Kung and Hershey. Only 20 years old Hershey, very good young rider. And then we have big Peter Sagan. Can he win his fourth rainbow jersey? I'm not sure he can do it this year. Let's see though. And then taking a look at the final few teams, we've got Oliveira, Amador for Portugal and Costa Rica. Costa, a previous winner for Portugal, and Guerrero as well. He's been riding pretty well as of late. We've got Conrad for Austria. Also, we have Rafał Majka for Poland. Carapaz rides for Ecuador. We also have Estonia with Kanget. The USA bring Hager, Craddock, Paulus and Howes. We also have Impey for South Africa. Alexei Lutsenko of Kazakhstan. I think this guy has a really good chance at actually winning this race in real life. I think he's going very much under the radar. And then we have Scoins and Neelands for Latvia. Then we have Woods leading Canada. He was on the podium last season. And then finally, we have Russia and Sweden. So I've had a long old think trying to decide which team I want to go for. Belgium have such a strong team. The Netherlands have Van der Poel, but I have settled on France. We're going to try and win Julian Alaphilippe his first rainbow jersey. It's not all about him though. We have Seneschal, Laporte, Cavagna, Galopin, Benoit Cosnefroy, Anthony Roux and Julian Bernard. A very nice team. guys like Seneschal and Cavagna, even Galopan, could potentially go on the attack and put some other teams in a bit of difficulty. Let's get into it. Let's try and win Alaphilippe his first rainbow jersey. So guys, the race gets underway in Yorkshire and you can see how nice this database looks with all the real jerseys. Looks so good. Big props to F-Cross. Definitely go and download the database if you haven't already. Sadly, we don't have the best race day conditions. Luckily though, Alaphilippe and Cavagna, two of our most important riders, are having okay days. And so I thought about going in the breakaway with Cosnefroid. I actually have decided though, we're just going to sit in the peloton with all our guys because I really want to lay down a fast pace when we come onto this circuit section. So yeah, we're going to wait and do that. So it took a little while for today's breakaway to go, but now 4 minutes up the road, we have Chad Hager, Weiss, Ocean, Thompson, Gegenhardt and Tanel Kangert. So the breakaway have just arrived at the first climb of the day in Cray. You can see 6 minutes now back to the peloton. So you can see the breakaway are now on the second climb and the longest climb of the day, Butter Tubs. I put Anthony Roux and Bernard on the front of the peloton. Let's actually go up to 85, really try and push the pace, even 88. Why not? Really try and push it. We're trying to weaken some of the best sprinters here. So look how much damage Julian Bernard and Anthony Roux, particularly Julian Bernard, have done on this climb. Still with about 1.5k to go. You can see how much our team are struggling, and just 2 minutes now up to the breakaway. So it's a big moment in the race. Alaphilippe and Christophe Laporte have fallen for us. Let's pray they're both okay and can continue. Alaphilippe is up. Very good news there. Laporte needs to chase on to him. Let's try and get back in this group. You can see the other riders that fell. Bauke Mollema's had to withdraw. That's a real shame for the Dutch team. We're now back in the peloton, which is a shame. I really wanted to set a fast pace as we did on the previous climb. Would probably be a bit silly to do that. Let's set a pace on 80 actually, as Alaphilippe is now back in this group. So as you can see guys, we are currently having 30km/h winds. On the way into Harrogate, I've put all these guys, Bernard, Roux and Cosnefroid, up to 90 to really try and push the pace, maybe even create some echelons on the way into Harrogate. So guys, 98k to go and we are making our way into Harrogate for the final 98k of the race. On the circuit, of course, we have 3 minutes up to the breakaway at the moment, still the same 6 riders. So again, 90k to go, we come to the front with Bernard and Anthony Roux. We're going to set a absolutely massive pace on the front. Everyone else needs to stay right towards the front here because we're going to lay down a massive pace, really try and put the sprinters in some difficulty. So you can see we've already dropped some guys. We've got Piccoli, Michael Woods of Canada in this group. Really put the pace down hard. As Bernard is now done, Cosnefroid can come to the front. He can try and lay down a pace now. So you can see just 40 riders in the peloton, 38 at the moment. The group behind are right here. So to be honest, I'm not expecting many of these kind of echelons we create to stand. But you can see Ryan Mullen now on the front for Ireland. We have Galopan and Seneschal on 90, doing some work for Alaphilippe and also Cavagna, who's feeling really good here. So we have Galopan absolutely flying up this hill. That's his final contribution this race. He can try and protect Cavagna. I don't think he'll be able to for very long. You can see it says 86 riders in this group, but as we come over the top here with Florian Seneschal, I expect that to really come down. 26, 24. You can see our work on the front is finally, we're finally seeing the effects of this work. So Seneschal and Galopan are both now done. I've sent Christophe Laporte to the front to do some work, and you can see Cavagna is actually feeling pretty much the same as Alaphilippe. So maybe he is a real option in this race. As you can see, more splits taking place. Let's drop the pace with Seneschal. Just 21 riders in that front group now, and Marc Soler trying to bring them back in, which he will. So Christophe Laporte is almost done now on the front. I'm not sure what to do from here, to be honest, because Cavagna and Alaphilippe are both feeling so good. I don't want to burn any of them out, really. Only Kanga, Ocean and Gegenhardt are left at the front of the race. Let's up the pace now with Laporte back up to 85, 46k to go. So we've got many accelerations going on in this group at the moment. Peter Sagan laying down a really fast pace, and we're struggling just to stay here. 20 riders are all that's left now. and just Chad Hager 30 seconds up the road. 19 riders in the peloton, and look at Sagan working on the front. So we have Asgreen attacking again. I have followed with Cavagna in case this group does go. It looks like they might create some separation here. No, let's stay here with Alaphilippe, as is that Evenepoel on the attack? Doesn't seem to be. And Cavagna, to be honest, he doesn't feel too good now. He's done a lot of work in the past 20k or so. I'm not sure if we're strong enough to attack with him now. So we've got a big attack up ahead. It seems this group of 5 are trying to go clear. Cavagna does a good job of bringing them back in though. Just 18 riders left in this front group as Greg van Avermaet is dropped for Belgium. You can see Kort Nielsen, Lutsenko, Trentin, Dennis, they've all been dropped. So as I send Cavagna to get some water, just 28k to go, you can see I think the winner will come from this group with Bennett, Ackermann, Fuglsang, Naesen, Lampert, Van der Poel, Chad Hager, Sagan, Jungels, Asgreen. We've got Evenepoel, Valgren, Alaphilippe, Gilbert, Wellens, Terpstra and Nils Pollitt. So we're approaching the final 20k of the stage. Nils Pollitt is on the front for Germany. He seems to be tiring somewhat, and I am thinking of putting in an attack with Alaphilippe very soon now, as Cavagna is basically done. So 20k to go. Cavagna has fallen. Oh my word, he fell completely by himself. That is his 65 downhill. But now we've got attacks. Let's follow Mathieu van der Poel. Asgreen on the attack. Van der Poel, Alaphilippe, Jungels and Naesen, and this group of 5 have gone clear. What a big move this is in the final 20k of the road race. And oh my word, look at this. This group has 50 seconds already on the rest of the peloton. Sagan can't bring them in. He's not chasing very hard. The rest of the Belgian team aren't bringing them in, and the pace has completely died. It seems the winner will come from this group. We've got Naesen, Jungels, Alaphilippe, Asgreen and Van der Poel, the big favourite from this group. So just 12k to go. The winner will definitely come from this group. Thank God we made it in with Alaphilippe. And to be honest, he's not the best sprinter in the group by any means. Naasen's slightly better. Obviously, Van der Poel is better. Jungels, not the best sprinter. But to be honest, the pace behind has been up. So we do need to up the pace now. 1 minute 30 now to this group behind with Peter Sagan and a lot of the other sprinters chasing. But I think we need to try and attack with Alaphilippe. So 8k to go in the road race. Ollie Naesen leads us up this hill. Alaphilippe takes over at the front. The group behind have cut it to just 1 minute. Do they still have a chance? I don't think so. We're going to stay on the front now because we're about to try and attack with Julian Alaphilippe. Let's follow Bob Jungels momentarily just to retain some energy on this downhill section. And now we can come round up to 93. Can we put an attack in right here with Julian Alaphilippe? Here we go on the right hand side. Julian Alaphilippe trying to attack past Bob Jungels. It's a strong attack as well. We'll use our energy gel, and we've dropped Asgreen very slightly from this group as we lap another rider. But to be honest, do we have enough energy to keep sprinting like this? Jungels, Van der Poel, Naesen, they're all on our wheel, and Jungels has lost our wheel now. Can we hold this to the line? Oh my word, I think we've committed here. I think we've committed. We've just got to try and sprint out with Alaphilippe. Van der Poel's coming though. Oh, I think we've blown it. Van der Poel, is he going to come past us? Yes, he is. Ollie Naesen versus Van der Poel. Going for the win. Naesen versus Van der Poel. Mathieu van der Poel wins the road race. Ollie Naesen second, Jungels third, Alaphilippe fourth. We've got Asgreen in fifth. Ackermann will finish sixth, and you can see the rest of the guys behind. So Mathieu van der Poel wins the World Championships. He will wear the rainbow jersey in 2020. What a race that was, guys. I went all in with Alaphilippe on that climb a few kilometres from the end. We had a strong attack. I really wanted to keep going for it. Obviously, in hindsight, the wrong decision. We finished fourth, just off the medals. Jungels third, Naesen second, and Van der Poel first. But still, I feel like Van der Poel and probably Naesen would have beaten Alaphilippe in that sprint. So I did try my best to drop them beforehand. Not to be, sadly, for Alaphilippe today. And Belgium, I think, will be really disappointed. They had Naesen in that final group, but Gilbert, Evenepoel, Lampert and Tim Wellens were all waiting in that group behind. They could have really done some damage if they'd kind of played it better. But anyway, guys, my PCM predicts Mathieu van der Poel will be the world champion in Yorkshire this weekend. What do you think? Who's going to win the race? Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I think Van der Poel will win in real life as well, but keep your eye on Alexei Lutsenko. I think he's got a real chance. And finally, if you enjoyed the video guys, drop a like and a comment down below for me. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.